training. Please, I'll ask questions, you answer, وبased on answers يبقى في training كله هيمشي. Okay? But we need to define positive thinking. How can you define positive thinking?
Define positive thinking?
يعني if we're saying that you need to be positive thinker, if you need to have positive thinking in your life, what should you do?
What do you think about?
Be optimistic? Peace.
انت بتفكر فيه يأثر حياتك somewhere يعني.
So you are whatever you think of.
Think of what you want, not what you don't want.
Think
Of what you want, not what you don't
it applies to the same category. You are whatever you think of. If you think that you're a bad person, you're a bad person. If you think you're a good person, you're a good person. If you think of what you want, you're going to have what you want. If you don't think of what you want, you're not going to have what you want. So you're basically whatever you're thinking of. And at the same time, you be optimistic. Okay? That's the traditional way of defining. This is the traditional way of defining positive thinking. That you need to be optimistic, or otherwise you need to be focusing on everything positive in your life. You need to be happy all the time. Okay? And on the other side, you need to think that whatever you're going to think of is really what's going to happen. If you think of yourself as a top seller, you're going to be the top seller. If you think of yourself as the best customer support rep, you're going to be the best customer support rep, and so on. Okay? But how many times does this really work for you? Practically work for you? I mean, if you think positive 10 times a day, how many times out of the 10 times do you really get what you want?
Less than 5.
Not that much.
Not that much? I mean, give a percentage. From 1 to 10. How much from 1 to 10?
Being optimistic, yeah?
No, you're optimistic, you're thinking of whatever you think of, but you're not getting real results. I mean, you come to the office each day optimistic, you're happy.
If I'm positively thinking, يبقى مفيش limit للريزلتس بتاعتي. There's no limit يعني I will do this whatever it takes.
Exactly. What I mean is that you came to the office each day optimistic, alright? That you're focusing on everything positive in your life, every good thing about your life. And at the same time, you're thinking all the time, focusing that you're the top seller. And then the month, you were not the top seller. How many times did this happen to you? That you had a situation that you really thought positive about it, but you didn't really get what you want.
I would say يعني 50% if it's related to time limit, I would say
50%, like 5 out of 10.
I would say 4, like
7. 5. 5. Depends on how hard you want it. From 1 to 10. If you really want it, really
He's asking about what happens to you in reality.
8. Yeah. How many?
7, 8.
7, 8. 3. So we're basically running in the range of 3 to 8. Okay? But we didn't score 9 and we didn't score 0. Okay? You're not expecting to have 10 because if you're having 10, you're good. You're just wishing for whatever you want. You just wish for $1 million. $1 million comes from the sky. You can never be on the 10 scale. But at least you can approach 9. And the good point is that all of us agree that we're not in the 0. I mean, sometimes work. So it means that positive thinking is working for you, but it's not efficient. Efficiency is how many times that it really works for you. If you did it 10 times, how many times it worked out of the 10 times, okay? So today's training is about how to have efficient positive thinking. How can you have efficient? Now, can you really get the 10?
I would say yes.
You'd say yes? How many would say yes that we can get 10? 1, 2?
10 is ideal.
Is ideal, correct? Okay. Think of positive thinking, okay, as a bank. The way that banks work is that you put credit, then investment happens, then you can cash, right? This is any bank works like this. You put money, the bank invests your money, then you start having like a bank account, some balance in your bank account, then you can go any day and just cash out some money, correct? That's how any bank works, okay? This bank is your positive thinking, all right? You need to put credit, okay, to get investment to get cash. Let me phrase the first part of the conventional positive thinking, which is being optimistic and thinking of that you are whatever you want, okay? The problem with being optimistic is it's a moody thing. It depends on your mood. So sometimes you cannot really be optimistic. I mean, you had a divorce in the morning, you went, you're fired out of your office, you're not supposed to be smiling at the end of the day because you're a human being. So this is something that's not really efficient. It cannot work for you each time. Sometimes you can really be depressed and try to get yourself to the normal mode, but some other times you cannot. So that's one of the reasons that positive thinking is not really efficient, because you cannot be optimistic all the time. It's just human being wise, it's impossible. It just can't happen, okay? The other problem is about thinking of what you really want. Sometimes you want stuff which is not really good for you, correct? I mean, sometimes you wish for stuff that if it really happened to you, later on you're gonna realize that if this stuff didn't happen to me, I would have been a better person, correct? So it's not that each time you wish for what you want, you're wishing for a good thing. That's why they say, be careful what you wish for, okay? So those are the two main reasons that positive thinking is not really efficient. If you change this model with this model, now it's gonna be more and more efficient that you can really approach the time. The way this model works is, you don't have to be happy, you don't have to be sad. It doesn't really matter. What you really have to do is something that you can really control, which is doing good stuff. You cannot make yourself happy all the time, you cannot make yourself depressed all the time, but you're able to do good stuff all the time. And when we are saying that you are doing good stuff, it means generic stuff. It doesn't mean that you have to be working hard, doesn't mean that it's not related to what you want. I mean, let's say that you need to be a good sales rep. When I'm saying that you have to add credit, it doesn't specifically mean that you need to go to work early, you need to do more calls, you need to listen to your trainings, you need to listen to your manager. Those are all credits. But they're not really the credit that this bank model is going to work with. The real credit is just doing good stuff, whatever the good stuff is. For everybody, not just in your working environment, okay? Basically, the credit is two kinds of currencies. Like, you have Egyptian pounds, you have US dollars, you have whatever. This bank is going to only take two currencies. Respect and forgiveness. Right? When we're saying respect, when you respect someone, what does it mean to respect someone?
Respect someone, you have to take care of his feelings, you have to treat him as if you would like to be treated.
That's a very good point. You want to treat him as if you'd like to be treated. And sometimes you also respect somebody who's superior over you, okay? And you need to respect him because you need his happiness. You need his satisfaction. You need that at the end of the day, your superior is going to come and say, listen, you're one of my best reps, for example. Okay? So sometimes you do it just because you need to be treated this way. Some other times you do it because you need to get the satisfaction of the other. Whether it is your superior, whether it is somebody that you love, whether it's somebody that you go to school with, whoever. You just need to get their satisfaction. Okay? So respect is any action that leads to satisfaction. That's respect. Any action that you do in your life that gets the satisfaction of the other is really respect. Okay? And forgiveness is, so respect is what you do, how you proact, not react. Forgiveness is about reaction. Now sometimes just real shit happens to you. Sometimes some stuff which is not really fair happens to you. Like, you just fixed the car yesterday, you're walking in the street and you had an accident. An idiot just hit your car. This is not fair for you. Okay? Sometimes you really studied very hard and you got a very tough exam, you will not sleep, whatever should happen in your life, and you failed your exam. This is just not fair. Okay? Forgiveness is the ability to not only forget what happened, just let it pass, but even trying to not have it like residual in you. You don't have it like just accumulating in you. Because if this accumulates, the sense of being angry and the sense of just needing to take revenge and just needing to pay back, you're just going to affect this, the optimism. Okay? So the credit that you can put in your bank is two things. Proacting by just respecting everything. Respecting your superior, respecting your family, respecting yourself, respecting anything. What it means by respect is doing everything that can get the satisfaction. And forgiveness is, if whatever thing happened back to you, you're just going to forget it and you're just going to resume your life. You're just going to continue on. An example is, like if you're walking in the street, you're driving your car, okay? And you find somebody who needs to cross the street. Part of the